hey, it's always interesting to nose around what other people have on their phones, and at the same time, you might find some apps that you find really useful. Today, I decided to do a what's in my phone. Wow, this is really dirty video. Just because I will be soon exchanging this phone for the LG V40. If we look at the empty screen itself, this is actually a photo. This is an actual photo of one of my friends that's a great photographer. I'm gonna link his Instagram right here. He does amazing, mind-blowing photos, and when he posted this one, I was just like, can I grab that? I want to have that as my background. My first screen is very basic, very productivity oriented, very the stuff I need most of the time and at a glance. And on the top bar, you can see just mainly like Google Apps and Trello. I use Trello for all of the productivity type of stuff. So you have like my ideas, what I need to do, what am I doing, what I just published. I really find Trello to be one of the apps that really increased my productivity. For example, you have these cards that you can move around like your post-it notes. And in these cards, you can add different labels. For example, this one has a review label. You can add different members. You can add due dates, checklists, other documents, and things like that. And it has really proven to be an awesome tool for me to have all of the stuff that's otherwise in my head just put somewhere else so I can focus on actual creative stuff and not just keeping everything in my head. So whenever I feel overwhelmed, I just know that I haven't put all of the information from my head into my to-do lists and Trello notes and so on. Then you see I have Google Maps and Waze for driving. I usually use Google Maps just because in this part of the world, you know, in the Balkans, Google Maps does a much better job than Waze, especially in the smaller cities. I tried Waze, and now I think I'm gonna also delete it very soon. Forests and Sleep Town are two of the apps that gamify the things we should already learn in school. How to be focused and how to do focused work and how to go sleep on time. Yes, I need gamification for everything in my life. So Forest is mainly an app that will plant you a tree if you stay focused for a certain amount of time. For example, you say, okay, I have a task to do. I want to be focused for 16 minutes, and it's gonna start a tree growing process. Well, this is not gonna be an actual tree that's actually gonna grow somewhere. It's just an imaginary tree. Whenever I'm having troubles focusing, I like to use this app because if nothing else, you grow like a 35-minute bush and you're like, woohoo, I beated my procrastination and I didn't touch my phone for 35 minutes, and that sometimes is a success. You're gaining these leaf coins, and when you gain enough, you can plant an actual tree. Sleepy Town is very similar. It's very SimCity-like. It lets you build houses if you go to sleep at the correct time. Of course, all these apps are done with your input. So if you say, oh, yeah, sure, I went to sleep, and then you go watch TV, you know, you're just lying to yourself. So yeah, the last time I was using this app, it was really buggy. I didn't use it for a long time, but it really did help me go to sleep at a set time and then wake up at a set time. And then you're getting extra rewards if you do it 5 days in a row and so on. Your Closet is an app I'm trying to use. It's like supposed to get all of your closet items, and then you can create different outfits and so on. Then you have my messaging apps, some apps from the operator, Revolut, which is a Revolut and N26. They are like virtual banks, and you get a physical card that you can then pay with. I actually made a video on the Revolut on my Slovenian channel, but it's in English, so you can check it out if you're interested in that. Click Taxi is a local taxi app that I use here in Podgorica. Then we have Authenticator to keep all of my accounts safe. Cam Scanner is an app that you can use to scan your documents, so you don't need an actual scanner. Next app I have been really pleased with. It works really well, and it's one of those apps when you're like thinking, I wonder if there's a social media app of all of the people in this world just putting in Wi-Fi passwords. Now you come to a cafe, they give you a Wi-Fi password, like why can't I share this with all of the other people that might come to this cafe and I might help them with that passport? And that's exactly it. It's a Wi-Fi map of all of the areas around you and their passwords, and sometimes even their speeds, their internet speeds. So for example, you're in a foreign place, you need a Wi-Fi, you can pre-download this map inside of your app for the city you're going to. You come there, you need a fast upload Wi-Fi, you have no idea where you should sit, and the usual case is you sit at a bar and then you try their Wi-Fi and their Wi-Fi doesn't work and you already ordered a drink and you're like, this is a little bit sucky. So with this, you can just go and check out and be like, oh, these guys have insane download rates, so they probably must have also insane upload rates, which might not be the case. Then we have Slack, then we have a couple of more banking apps from my local Slovenian bank providers. TickTick is a very interesting to-do list app, but the stuff I love most about this app is its widget. The widget you can see down here. I have everything at a glance. I can see everything. I can see it's really customizable. You can customize it to the way you like it. So if the first screen is very productivity and so on, the second screen is very reminders and things I shouldn't remember and things I need to do and things like that. So then we have some podcast apps. I haven't found a perfect podcast app yet, so if you have any suggestions, please do let me know. Audible for books and podcasts. Audible also has some really good podcasts. Currently, I'm listening to Principles from Ray Dalio. This book is long. It's going on forever, and I still have 2.5 hours left. So, I'm losing it with this one. Speed test for just testing the Wi-Fi speeds. Yes. I'm one of those people that comes to a cafe or comes to a friend's house or comes to a hotel, sits down, asks for a Wi-Fi password, and then does this. I check the speeds of my internet so I know what to expect, especially when I'm traveling and I go to a hotel. This is the first thing I do. And if the internet is epic, if there's epic download rates, epic upload rates, I'm just like, I'm gonna love it here. I can see it already. Then on the next screen, we have the content creation screen. So this is where all my content creating and content scheduling apps are and content discovering apps are and all my social media, because I try to stuff social media more to the back of my phone, so I actually need like 3 swipes to get to it. And on top, of course, you can see like a bunch of folder apps with just stuff. Some Slovenian specific apps, some Montenegro specific apps that I don't have on my first screens because I don't need them that often. Some games. As you can see, I'm not really a mobile gamer. I'm trying to do as little apps as possible. With every game, I do less productive things. So these are kind of the apps that stood the test of time. I really love Sea Battle. It's like Battleship on your phone, and you can do it like with a friend via Bluetooth or just on the same phone. It's like they have so many options, and it's such a classical pastime game that I just love it. Oh, hiking. Relive is a really cute app if you are hiking, walking, cycling, anywhere that has like a really interesting landscape. For example, if you go hiking, they will take your path where you were walking and they will create a 3D model of it, like how you were hiking, adding photos from your phone to the experience, and really create like this immersive experience to show off to your friends where you were, what you did. Then I have my travel apps. So I'm really proud of the selection of apps I have in here. Citymapper is great if you're in a bigger city, for example, London, Berlin, Madrid, stuff like that, and you need the most optimum way to get from point A to point B. This app was even more useful before Google Maps had their public transport feature, but still, like now it gives you even more detailed information. For example, it gives you information of how to get, like, very specifically, go to this metro station, take this entrance, go on this and this specific train going in that direction. We suggest you to take the car at the start of the train or at the end of the train because it's gonna be less busy, according to our data and stuff like that. So it's crazy, and I love to use it in bigger cities if I want to get around. For flight tickets, Kiwi is my guy. Like, this is the stuff you need to have if you're flying a lot, especially if you're looking for flights around Europe and connecting flights around Europe. Kiwi is your place to be. Not just it gives you the best prices, the best connections, but even after you book a ticket, they just do everything for you. Like, choose, okay, this is the ticket I want, I really like it, I really like these connections, I like everything, and then they will buy you all of the tickets for all of the connections that you need. For example, my recent trip has 5 flights in it. They will buy you all of the flights. They will put in information on all of the different sites, making sure you're getting the best price. Then also prepare you a summary of your itinerary, prepare you all of the booking and boarding passes if they are available, check you into all of the flights when it's time to check in. And also, if it comes to the problem that, for example, some flight gets moved, some flight gets cancelled, or God forbid you miss a flight because your previous flight was late, you are covered, mostly in all of the flights so far that what I've flown, with the Kiwi guarantee. And that has saved me so many times because, for example, you're flying low cost, you're flying with Wizz Air, you're flying with EasyJet, a flight just randomly gets moved a day before. That was a really good, like, never book through anything else than Kiwi. TripAdvisor, Uber, Airbnb, you know all that. Other Airways, this is just like some airline specific apps. Some influencer specific apps. Then you have a bunch of different social media that some of them I use, some of them I do not use. YouTube Studio for all of the statistics. 3 apps for scheduling Instagram posts. Not because I would be such an Instagram post schedule that I would need 3 apps, but every app lets you have 1 free account, and I have 3 Instagram accounts, which in the end means that I just downloaded 3 different scheduling apps and I have like every account signed in on its own, you know? TeamViewer whenever I need to access this big computer here. Canva for creating graphics. If you ever need to create some graphics on the go, Canva is a great thing. Like, they have so many templates that you can make really cool stuff with it, and on computer, on desktop, it's even more powerful. On the phone, I just love it if I need to do like a short, quick infographic or something, just, you know, like something to post somewhere. It has proven to be such a good resource. Then down here, this bottom row, Canon Camera Connect, so I can just connect with the camera and control the camera. Then Lightroom CC is incredible mobile app for photo editing. I do most of my photo editing in Lightroom, and then I just add like a VSCO filter on top, and that's it for my Instagram editing photos. There's a bunch of other content creating, content tweaking apps here. I occasionally use them, that's why they are in a folder. On this screen, I have a bunch of apps I don't really use and a couple of cute photos of us. Duolingo, if you want to learn new languages. This is another really gamified thing, like they gamify the language learning. You should really try it, especially if you're trying to learn a new language. Love it. Then you have just, you know, like those 2-3 screens of just random apps and shit that goes there over time. Especially I have all of the shopping apps in one folder, so I really don't access that as much as I can. And then this is like literally the rest of the apps that are there. This has been a very lengthy introduction into my app. I'm going to Barcelona to Mobile World Congress next week. Hopefully I could get some good footage for you. And be sure to check out my new Instagram account, dcat4k, and I will see you soon. Bye!